Hello, and I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'd like to thank Karen for this opportunity to the last episode of Christmas in July, and I am going to show you step by step how to make an interactive embellishment to add to your journals. Since we are celebrating Christmas in July, I have used Christmas papers and colors, but this can be used for any occasion or just to add for a fun page in your journal. I learned this technique from Josie at Josie Designs, and if you haven't ever checked her out, you should. I have learned so much from her. So, if you would like to follow along with me, grab a sheet of paper. Any rectangle size sheet of paper will work. And we are going to make this little box for your journal. Okay, any size rectangle will work. I'm going to work with an 8.5, 11 so you can follow and see me better, I hope. All right. If you want to follow along, you can need your paper, glue, maybe scissors, maybe a bum folder. In this project, the thickness of the paper matters. Double-sided scrapbook paper and cardstock don't really work. They're too thick and they may crack when you fold them. Bum folders are helpful, but if your paper is light enough, you don't really need it. Book pages work perfect for this project. So if you want to follow along and just grab a book page, that's a good learning process. Okay, we are going to start by folding your paper in half. And I'm in Texas, so we're going to call this a taco fold. Now, when you're first learning, it's easier if you do folds both ways. Fold it once, turn it over backwards, and do it another one. Now we're going to open that one and fold a burrito fold. Make sure you are as precise as possible with your folds. It matters at the end. Okay, we're going to take that one, open it up again, and fold it the opposite way. This really helps when you get to the final stage. After you learn how to do it, you don't have to fold it back and forth. Okay, now we're going to go back to the original fold. And make sure your fold is on top. We're going to take this top corner and fold it down to the fold in the middle. Get it just as close and perfect as you can. Okay, we're going to turn that over and go the other way. Now the other side. Nice crisp lines. Other way. But we need those to be on the same side, so we're going to fold that one back. Okay. Now this next step is the hardest part of the whole thing, and it's not hard. Okay, we're going to open it back up. We're going to take this top corner, we're going to push it down and pull the sides together. Like that. I'm going to do that again. Okay, take your top corner, open it up, push that down, and pull your sides together. I'm going to do that to both sides. Like I said, depending on your paper, depending on how crisp your lines are, this can be kind of awkward. So if you need to pause right here and get this part down, I understand. But if you got it, That was the hardest part. It's easy from here. Okay, now we're going to take the sides and fold them to the center line. Sometimes I can't see my center line so good, especially with my camera right in the middle of my viewing. And so this lineup is very important. And on this step, we do not have to reverse it and go the opposite direction. Okay, we do that to both sides. And we turn it over and do it to the other side. Now everything should line up. These sides should line up, top and bottom. And I think I got that a little crooked. I'm going to make a little adjustment right there so it lines up on the bottom. Okay, now we have a square here. So we're going to take this point and put it here, right in this little pocket. Sometimes this is a little off. I don't know why. Luckily for my demonstration purposes, it's perfect. I'm going to turn that over and fold it the other way. Okay. Now, I'm going to take it down here at the bottom and fold right up to this line here. Then we're going to fold, let that be our fold line. Fold it one more time. Okay. And we're going to flip it over and do it again. Right up to that bottom line. And then use that line as a fold line. Trying very carefully. Pay attention and line this up with the one underneath it. Okay, now this is where your glue comes in. This is your flap. So, we need to put a little glue here. And a little glue here. Not sure my glue is squirting out back there. Okay, and fold that down. Hold that just for a minute. And do the other side. It doesn't take much. This is just to hold it down. You can use a glue stick too if you got it. Okay, now we need to open this back up. Grab your flaps. Okay. And open. Now, you need to push out the sides and push up the bottom. And your box should stand up. Did you do it? I hope so. Okay, now we need to make the thing lay flat. And we need to make a crease, a line that isn't here yet. So you take this corner here, and we're going to the center point down below. Just put those lined up, and then push this corner to here. And push. Okay, this corner to here. And get out of the way, flap. This corner to here. All right, now push our flaps down, and the whole thing should lay flat. Now, if you're going to decorate these in different color paper or contrast or something, they're fine. But sometimes I like to realign them so that they touch real well. And I'm going to do that. Yeah, I usually just fix one and it's all right. Okay, so at this point, your box should open and close fairly easy. Now, you need a piece of string or ribbon that will reach around from the back and tie. I kind of even them out here. Get right in your camera face, don't I? And I have some random circles cut and on hand at any given time, just out of scrap paper. And I am going to glue that. There's a nice little center point laid out for you already. And glue that down, and that will hold my string. Now, your box is finished, and you could glue it in your journal page just like that if you wanted to. But if you have Christmas paper or wrapping paper, you can make it a little more exciting. We have choices. It's a little bit too much green for me. It's not a Grinch page. Okay, I'm going to go with this one. We can glue that down. Just about anywhere you want. If you want to have a Merry Christmas or some seasonal greeting up above or below, you can just adjust where you place it. But I'm just going to go for dead center. I have these nice little lines down here that help me line it up straight. Okay. And come back across here and tie it. The first one I showed you, I didn't tie in a bow. The ribbon was pretty thick. I just tied it in a knot. But I can tie this up. And we have a completed project. You can round the corners, decorate more, put different pieces of paper. I'm going to show you some that I have done. You can put paper inside, cover the bottom if your bottom isn't white or if you want to add something special. I'm going to show you this one again. Like I said, it just had the knot instead of a bow. Here's one where I decorated the flaps with Christmas paper, rounded it off on the corners. Here's one that I stacked two together. And I guess you could just stack as many as you wanted to. Big patterns don't really work. They get folded up and don't show where you want them to. So I'll save you that trial. Here is another one that I decorated the flaps and made a contrast because the kind of gold paper was fairly plain. This is an occasion where it needs more decoration. It's got a little bit of writing here, and writing shows, so I'm going to decorate those flaps and probably add some real thin paper inside. Your backing can be just about anything. Christmas scrapbook paper. This is actually wrapping paper. More Christmas paper. Music sheets work well. Hymn sheets, whatever. And as I said at the beginning, it doesn't even have to be Christmas. This journal is designed for children, and I have instructions on this page, but inside are blank puzzle pieces. And you can put the puzzle together, excuse me, and then use markers or crayons or something and design your own puzzle. And there's another one back here that I just filled with stickers. So there's all kinds of things you can do with them, put in them. It's just up to you and your imagination and what you need. And that completes the demonstration for today. I want to thank you again for watching. And if you have any questions, I will watch the comments. Again, if you go to Joolse Designs, she spells her name Joolse Designs. And she doesn't have as many steps in hers as I do. Like I said, when you're first learning, bending those folds back and forth really helps get it open. After you learn and do it a few times, you don't have to do the back and forth. I hope you've enjoyed it, and again, thanks for watching.